Hey everybody, we're here today with Michael Farley from the McKindu Children's Program where he serves on the board. We at AMSG have gotten to know Michael over the years as we have supported the McKindu Children's Program. We have a former team member, Lisa Perry, who serves on the board as well. And a few years ago, we sent some folks from AMSG to Kenya to work at the McKindu Children's School and then go on a proper walk safari, and maybe Michael will talk a little bit about that today. Michael, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up?
I was born in Los Angeles, California. My father was a bus driver for the city of Los Angeles for 19 years. And when I was 8 years old, we moved back to eastern Iowa and on the Mississippi River. So that was the first huge impact in my life growing up and doing my adolescence in Iowa and not in Los Angeles. I went on to college in Nebraska, a small school, Wayne State College. And after college, I joined the Peace Corps. I'd always wanted to go to Africa since I was a young child. And I'd heard a gentleman speak about his experiences in the Peace Corps when I was about in 8th grade. And right after my undergraduate, I applied. About 6 months later, I wound up in Kenya, arriving on my 23rd birthday, which again was a significant impact on my life.
What does leadership mean to you, and how has your philosophy on leadership evolved over time?
So I've had the opportunity to be in leadership roles across a number of projects and organizations over the years, from leading a nonprofit, Elk Hill. We were mid-sized, 13 million budget, 220 employees, to leading trips in Kenya every year. And what I've found, Jim, no matter what you're leading, if you lead from a foundation of values that guide you in leading, no matter what you do, you'll always have that platform when you have to make tough decisions. And being able to rely on those values has driven me. So I'd say I'm a values-driven leader, and through values-driven leadership, you create values-driven cultures in your organizations. They tie in together. I also believe that you can't take the person out of the leader, so your personal values and how they drive you as a person also function as a big part of leadership.
Are there any pivotal moments when you look back over your life and your career as a leader, any pivotal moments that shaped who you are and you look back on and say that was really a big moment for me, a learning experience or something that, really evolved my leadership philosophy?
My title was team leader, and I have the responsibility to take adolescent boys who had been adjudicated and were in the juvenile justice system, but had been directed out of the justice system into an alternative treatment program. And I had to lead a group of staff and a group of up to 10 to 12 adolescents on adventure challenge trips. The program was, the treatment modality was based on positive peer culture, where young people influence each other to address values and behaviors and attitudes and how they all fit together. Positive values are contagious. And if you exhibit them and people know you have a strong moral compass, they'll enjoy following your lead, and they'll start developing similar attitudes and behaviors around those values.
Are there any advice that you would give to younger leaders these days?
What are those behaviors and attitudes and decisions? How are all those going to get affected by the values you've established for yourself? Share that with other people. I have a mentor of mine, Jim, who once said, if you know something good, tell people, because most people want to be part of something good. So share that with people as you lead them. Let them know what your moral compass is.
Anything about the McKindu Children's Program? Any special story that you want to tell about that experience?
It is one of the most impactful things in my life. By taking people to Kenya, we do it annually now. It's called the Proper Walk. We spend some time with the children and the guardians and the staff in McKindu, go on a 4-day walk out in the bush to where we see a lot of animals, and it's quite an adventure. And it's been real successful. We've done, this summer will be the 18th Proper Walk. We've raised a little over $1.3 million through all the walks And I think that brings me to another thought real quick. I think one of the major important aspects of leadership is succession planning. If you have something good and you want it to stay, a good culture, you plan for when you're not there. And I'm at a point in life where I did that at Elk Hill after 21 years of being the CEO, and that culture transitioned on to the next CEO. And I'm doing it with the proper walks too, because I'm getting to the point where I don't know how many more walks I have in me. Hopefully a few more. So I've got a couple guys who've been coming with me, and they will eventually lead these walks too, so they'll continue.
Fantastic. Well, Michael, I want to say thank you so much for being with us today, taking some time out of your day to share some of your wisdom, your thoughts on leadership. Tell us a little bit about the McKindu Children's Program and the McKindu Children's Center. And just thank you so much for being the person that you are on this earth. Thank you for being a leader. And we'll let you get back to your day. But thank you so much for being here today.
Jim, I thank you, and I hope you know I've always had great respect and admiration for the way you lead AMSG. It certainly is a values-based organization led by a values-based leader. So thank you.